Have you ever heard of the Madman giant who long ago lived deep underground where Capitol Hill now stands, stirring a pot of his special pork stew? A tale older than our country, yet as chilling as the darkest winter night, tells of this mammoth creature dwelling in the catacombs beneath what is now the hallowed halls of governance. This Madman giant, a creature of lore and terror, was known for his bizarre demands. Under threat of violence, he would make demands for the most ludicrous of things, items and trinkets that would baffle even the most eccentric minds. 80 heads of ravens here, or gold-encrusted copper there perhaps. And what happened when these requests were denied, you ask? It did not anger the giant as much as it caused him hunger. The air would fill with a scent so dreadful yet eerily tantalizing. The smell of what he called his special pork stew, simmering in a pot as large as a horse-drawn carriage. This scent was not just a culinary announcement, but a harbinger of a chilling fate. For it was always accompanied by something sinister for a villager living near the swamps of what is now DC. The aroma of that stew would linger, a grim reminder of the person who had dared to defy the giant's demands. What happened to the brave villagers who refused the Madman giant's ridiculous demands, you ask? They vanished without a trace. Their disappearance was not random, but followed by an eerie sequence that sent chills down the spine of the bravest men. Each refusal of the madman's absurd requests was met with the same unnerving events. A thick, tantalizing aroma would begin to permeate the DC swamps. A scent so distinct it could only be the madman's special pork stew simmering in the depths beneath. The smell was an omen of doom, a signal that another villager had defied the giant. Simultaneously, the defiant one would inexplicably disappear. No trace, no leads, just an empty house and a village left in shock. The correlation was chilling, the sequence undeniable, and yet no one dared to confront the giant for fear of becoming the next ingredient in his dreaded stew. And as the last whiff of the stew faded away, so did the memory of the defiant villager. The constables and soldiers were too terrified to confront the giant. Every whiff of the stew sent cold shivers down their spines. Fear had them in its icy grip, paralyzing them from taking any action. The very thought of investigating the missing villager was a daunting task, one that seemed impossible to achieve. Their attempts were feeble, at best. Whispers of suspicion echoed through the town square. Fingers pointed toward the giant's cave beneath where Capitol Hill now stands. Yet no one dared to venture into the depths to gather evidence or confront the beast that lived within. The fear was palpable, a silent monster that haunted their every move. The mystery, thus, remained unsolved. The missing villagers, the madman giant, and his peculiar pork stew became nothing more than a chilling tale, a tale that still haunts the halls of Capitol Hill, a tale that leaves a bitter taste of fear and regret, a tale that lent its legend to what is now called pork barrel legislation, laws dedicated to the most frivolous and egregious demands. But is it just a tale? That is for you to decide. But sometimes, on quiet nights, if you walk past the Capitol, a familiar scent still occasionally permeates the air. Could it be the Madman Giant's special pork stew?